Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Sergeant Neutral Play Survival Chaos. I'm back. Deepest apologies for my extended hiatus. I will discuss this in a little bit more length as we go on, but first I'm going to quickly pick, because this is the new race, the Saurok, for 3.2, and we are playing against the Night Elves, the Naga, and the Orcs. And we've got one gold mine there, so we'll be going early rush there. And in order to help us with our early rush, I'm tempted to... The Devotion Aura is really nice, because as you can see here, we start off with -2 armor, so that'll help offset that pretty quickly. Hidden Attacker could also be fun as well. And you know what? Let's go with Hidden Attacker. Let's see how this goes. So, why have I been gone for so long? Fundamentally, that's been because I, just moved to New York. It was far more difficult to get things up and on their feet, and the stress of the city is just wild. So, for that being said, I am... I had a job, I lost a job, I went back to the army. It's been a very, very wild few months. But the good news is I'm back, and one of my resolutions for 2020 was really to do you guys justice, because we have such a wonderful little community here that me being gone for so long, I frankly missed you guys, and so I'm really, really happy that this is a new year. We can start fresh with a new version of Survival Chaos again, and really just kind of attack the new year right. I'm currently looking for a new job, so I've got a lot of free time. We're going early here just so we can get this and get that early kind of econ boost, as well as the fact that since he picked Elder Shaman, that's going to be very, very difficult to kind of counteract early game unless we get a lot of damage very quickly, because the heal is pretty exceptional in the early game. Luckily, we also have... I've played around with them once or twice, the Saurok, that is, and they also have Shamanism. The only problem for them is that they are very bad defensively. They're really solid offense, but defensively it's not great. The lack of armor does make things considerably more difficult, but that being said, they have a lot of good aggression stuff, as well as the fact that, they have Killing Spree, and then this Fast Reflexes increases our base evasion, which basically also helps boost our defense pretty substantially. So, yeah, I mean, we're basically starting off pretty well here. The Night Elves have gone early Tier 2 into the mid, so that means that the mid is going to be shut off for us for a little bit. Luckily, my Saurok are able to hold this off until the next round of enemies show up. And one thing that does make me a little bit nervous, though, is that we are so far from the Naga. The Naga can really, really spiral out of control. So we're going to have to see how long we're going to be able to hold off, or how well the other people are going to be holding them off. Because as you guys have noticed, Kyria, the Naga player, has been increasing a lot of... has already captured 2 neutral buildings, which means, in and of itself, that they are pushing very, very hard. So that means we're going to have to be very careful. I'm also going to pick up just to get our econ even stronger than it is now. And so he's gone full econ to start things off. That also means his buildings are going to be much tougher to crack at this point, but hopefully we'll be able to get some good damage in. Not quite as much damage, but we got a little bit of mana off him. That's a good start. And there you can see our unit health regen. So basically, when the healing ward hits, that also means that it's 12 HP per second. So the health regen can spiral pretty quickly out of control, which is nice for us. And then I will be going tier 2 in the mid, just to make sure that the Naga and the Night Elves don't go completely uncontested in the middle. And so far this has been a pretty solid, very early game. I mean, we're able to really kind of like lean into it, which is nice. And I would like to get the 1,000 so I can upgrade this to tier 2. There it is. Upgrade. Just so our presence in the middle can be a little more, you know, noticeable. I basically just don't want to lock myself out of the middle completely, because that fundamentally could turn into a pretty big problem. Yeah, and we're upgrading all of our damage, which is nice, because this is going to help us defend our base that much better. And this is actually perfect, because we were able to hit the backline of the Night Elves and take out all of their Druids, which allows us to really kind of, you know, sneak in there and get rid of a lot of their sustain, which is one of the Night Elf's strongest things at the beginning. I mean, starting off with a heal really, really helps in terms of magic. So they're going... Okay, so he's going heavy armor and heavy econ, which, especially when playing with the Elder Shaman, is a very good start. We're not entirely sure what the Night Elves bonus is, and since we haven't seen, and since this is like the first time we've seen the Naga, no clear idea on what exactly they're doing. But, you know, fingers crossed that it won't be devastatingly irritating for us. I would like to get some improved spiked barricades, so we can keep our econ well in check, especially now that especially the longer that we keep this gold mine, the better off we'll be, and the more I would like to put into the econ. So this econ boosts then feeds back into our current econ. So, you know, just got to make sure that everything we do, there is a plan behind it. We're not just kind of firing off, keeping our fingers crossed. So it seems to me that the Night Elves are probably going up. They're probably already tier 2, but I'm not entirely, you know, there's no real way to know that just yet. But the good news is we're still holding off the orcs, and that's pretty much all that I'm looking to do right now. Because the longer we hold on to this, it's logical, the longer we hold on to this, the longer we have the gold flowing in from it. We're actually starting to push them back. We're wiping out their backline. That's an excellent start.
Research complete.
And then I think I'll probably go 2-2 and then move up to tier 2. That way we can, you know, hopefully get a hero in here. There's a lot of fun heroes that the Saurok have. I love the feel of the new race. It feels much more aggressive, much more go. So hopefully we'll be able to play more of them later on in the future. That way we can that way I can show off a few more of their upgrades and things like that. Because right now we're still holding on to around 1,000, and I'd like to upgrade I'd like to get to tier 2. That way I can start hitting some of these tower upgrades, because the tower upgrades are very nice, and they're also nice, you know, to start getting the heroes out and things like that, so we're not kind of locked at 1,500 gold. We're actually able to play around with it a lot more. Okay, so he just had to spend 100 gold. We love that. We love it when other players have to spend gold to deal with us, and that's mana again. He still has Fortress level 1, so hopefully we'll be able to really take advantage of this. Unfortunately, they've gone tier 2, so we're going to have to push off a tier 2 push with only a tier 1 barracks, excuse me. Still getting used to this whole, you know, recording thing again, but have no fear, I'll be back on my feet in no time. So luckily we're already about halfway there, and we're still holding them off. though they've just put a lot of upgrades into their units. I'm also probably going to go with the Inspiration Aura just to get more damage going. And it's a very close... But once again, score doesn't mean anything. You know, it's kind of my firm belief that it really... It doesn't do much. However, I think I am just going to drop a... Okay, so we're doing well. I'd really like... Okay, perfect. We're pushing them off. Once we hit the back line, they're going to be melting. And now I get to go tier 2, and we're back in a relatively good position here to start things off. The reason why I'm far more liberal with spending my, you know, gold and units here is because they have a 30% buy cooldown. So you can really just kind of pump them out, and that feeds into their more aggressive playstyle. Perfect. So what we're going to be doing here is that we're going to be throwing out, you know, a classic move. We're going to be throwing out our really nuker hero here first. This we can easily deal with like a tier 1 spell. You know, just 50 mana. We'll throw it at him. You know, there's... It's not going to be that bad. And don't forget, we're also... These units are too far to benefit from the Inspiration Aura, but the Inspiration Aura still does give us 20% extra damage, unit damage. So that's nothing to really, like, laugh at. 2, 1, 0, boom. Exactly how we want it, because he's a ranged hero, so I want to keep him just a little bit further ahead of the other units. That way they can... that way he can engage and have the other units jump in and defend him from the back line. I mean, from the units swinging back around. So yeah, I mean, this is really about as bad of a spawn as unit spawn as we could have gotten. But I do not mind throwing some units into it, as well as, you know, as I've mentioned before, the tier 1 spell. And here I am going to try and hit their front line more, just because with the healing wards, my goal is not to soften them up, it's to straight up kill them. Like, they just need to be murdered right away. So yeah, we're taking a little bit more damage than I'd necessarily love to take in terms of building damage, but that being said, I still think we're in a perfectly good position to go into it here. I will be picking up fast reflexes as well as rallying cry, because rallying cry gives bonus armor, and as you know, armor is our big weakness. And then fast reflexes is just to help with that much more defendability. Sustainability. I don't know. You guys understand what I'm saying. And we've got a nice little push here. Does not look like we're going to be doing much damage, but hopefully we're going to be able to get a bit of mana off of him. Because, you know, as much mana as we can leech off now, the better off we'll be later on in the game. Because, you know, I'm really trying to focus... You know, we want to play the long game here, not the short game. So there's Tyrande, who's already level 4, but our guy, Nimnok, is level 5. So in terms of that, we're doing quite well. I will be getting some more economy right here, because we've got a lot of good research going on right now. We don't necessarily need to be doing more aggressive research. We're doing just fine in terms of the damage dealing capability. We've retaken our gold, which is lovely. I do love me retaking some gold. Unfortunately, Nimnok is a little too far forward, so we'd like to kind of correct that if we could. I think we'll be doing that by... probably just picking up some more thorium blades. No, actually, let's go straight for the econ. That way we get it out of the way and we can get that gold flowing. Because the more gold we have, the more stuff we can play with. So great. So we have fast reflexes and rallying cry. So that's a big plus. Neurotoxins Neurotoxin and Killing Spree are probably going to be our next two big ones. Because, you know, Critical Strike is fine, only affects one unit, which I'm not a huge fan of. Killing Spree affects 3. So I think we'll be picking that up. Once that goes through, we can probably already just queue more Thorium Blades. And then I will be picking up Bone Scales, just to get our health and all that a little bit higher up. He just let himself take a significant amount of damage. And we got another mana boost off of him, and we dropped all of the healing wards. So unfortunately for him, all the damage he did has now kind of effectively been negated. And he still has barracks tier 2, so you've got to, you know, it's always good to keep in mind where everyone's going in terms of upgrades. So he's coming back with a vengeance. I would probably like to send a little hero against him. We've got Rexar. Rexar is going to be a pain to deal with, but we can play with that later. Nimnock, that's going to take a while to get used to. Nimnock is doing just fine. For 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to have a great spawn here. Honestly, almost ideal. Then I'm going to throw out another hero just so we can soak up all this great experience. As well as, you know, pressure the Night Elves as much as I can, because Night Elves endgame, as you guys have seen from my past videos, Night Elves endgame can get pretty upsetting pretty quickly. Good. Our tank is doing exactly what he says on the box. He is tanking very nicely. And then this actually hasn't built up as much as I'd feared. I would like to get the X-Champion out just so we can get everybody a few a few levels of experience. Nimnock is starting to have a bit of a rough time in the mid. Unfortunately, once again, we got a terrible spawn. But perfect. We got that 30-second check. Because of course, every 30 seconds is when this procs. And good. I'm not thrilled with him taking some damage, but I'm okay with him taking some damage. I'll also throw that out just so we can really kind of like get the aggro a little bit funky. And another reason why this was beneficial is because it gets Rexar in the thick of it. And if there's a thick of it, then all 4 can just start melting his health. Okay, so Thrall has spawned. Not too sure where, but I mean, look how just quickly Rexar is melting. That's exactly what we want to see. We will be getting some advanced bone scales as well. And then I also think we should probably pick up... Yeah, okay, so Nimnock has fallen. It's alright. Not awesome, but it's alright. And then I will hit this guy hard, because I want to control the gold for as long of the game as possible, and I want to knock him out relatively quickly. That way I can focus all of my anger on the Night Elves. In order to help us with that, I think we will be going for some improved Thorium Blades next, because the Saurok have a plus 10% research speed, so that means we should get this upgrade by the time they hit. So that'll be 5-3 units, which I'm quite okay with. I'm totally fine with that. So he's gone tier 3 in the middle, but once again, because the Night Elves are going from right to left, they're not going to be attacking us right away. So we don't have to answer that with a tier 3 in the middle. We've gone tier 3 top, and that's already really nice. We got a tier 1 spell off of him, also not something I'm going to be complaining about. And the aggro has gotten all wild, which is great. Because hopefully that'll mean that we can get a few good stabs in. We're doing good damage to his barracks. And here we're doing excellent damage. It looks like he's already spent his tier 2 spell. So this is probably going to be a barracks for us. Probably 2. Hey guys, could we destroy that, please? Thank you. Oh, that... Yeah, that's going to be tough for Class to come back from. I will be going that. Going to get some more defense going, just so we can really kind of help negate some of our intrinsic weaknesses. So yeah, this poor Orc player just got hit really, really hard. It looks like it was just the worst timing for him. Oh, he just went Ancient of War level 3. Good. Because that means we don't have to spend the money now. We've already spent it. And we are charging through. Okay, so it looks like the Orcs have effectively kind of been knocked out of the game. Time to think of what exactly we want to do here. I'm tempted to go with Rallying Cry, but the extra base evasion. Yeah, I think I'll be doing that. Doubles our evasion, and then improving our base defense a little bit more, because we're going to need it. This is not a fun thing to fight against, because he's got a great backline and a very scary siege line. So that's going to be a lot of damage that we're going to kind of have to deal with here. And it does not look like we're going to be able to take that out before they hit, so we won't have a hero up. We might, it'll be close, because I would like him to keep on getting experience. Once again, it looks, yeah, not a good spawn for us. Ideal for him, but if we can get Nim knockout, I will just soften them up a little bit. Boom. We love to see that. We love to see that. Send out a few more guys. And then because he's level 11, he already has a significant amount of health. He's taking a lot of damage. But that being said, it's okay if it's for the defense of the motherland, and that's exactly what he's doing. And he's giving us time to really start pushing back. See, that's exactly what we're looking for. He's level 12 now. Going on up, moving on up. Love it. Then I think we will also be picking up Neurotoxin, because as we're starting to shift into the later game, we're also going to have to start thinking about, you know, being able to really melt heroes. And Neurotoxin's a great way to do that. 6 damage a second. It's 60 damage, and it's a slow. It's not bad, and it's not a percentage thing. It's every single attack, which to me is a huge amount of... It's a lot. I mean, having a guaranteed poison is really, really nice. So now that the middle has cleared out a little bit, I'm probably going to go tier 3 here. And the reason for that is just to make sure that the Naga don't get too comfortable. As well as the fact that if I do tier 3 now, when I go tier 3 Fortress, I'll be able to use my special unit from any of my barracks. I won't have to spend an extra 1,500 just to make my barracks viable, basically. What does make me nervous is that we still don't really know what the Night Elves are doing in terms of, like, what their bonus was. It's still completely up in the air. But the good news is, if things keep going the way they're going, we should be able to get most of this gold from Lever Green. We've taken out 3 buildings, so that's this entire area. And that means that it's that much more gold that the other players don't have, which, once again, no complaints on this end. The Naga also... We also don't know what the Naga have been up to all game. So I'm going to be picking this up because, you know, we always want to be upgraded, we always want to be getting better, we always want to be improving, so... Oh, please let us get this. Please let us get this. Please let us get this. Because I do not want the Night Elves to get it, and they did not get it. Wonderful. And we've got... I love these big, long ones, because he might be tempted to, you know, use a spell or something like that. If I was him, this would be a tempting tier 2 use. Okay, so that's what he got, was Ancient Protector. So he's gone tier 4 there. We're going to be okay for just a little bit. And see, they just take so much damage. They're so tanky. Yeah, that's going to be a big old pushback from him. Luckily, Nimnok is in the back. And as... Okay, he just decided to run forward. Not what we were looking for, but onwards and upwards. Alright, there's a big push in the middle. Luckily, it's not coming towards us. And then I will get improved shamanism. So we also picked up his bottom barracks, it looks like, which is lovely. Now, unfortunately, it looks like Nimnok is getting hit by the towers, which is really what we wanted to avoid, but here we are. And it doesn't look like we quite have the oomph behind this yet to really, really break through. I think we're going to get there. It's just not quite there yet. I also don't like the fact that he has not used any of his spells yet. But we're starting to hit it. We're starting to hit it. The more damage we can do, the better off we are. Oh, and he got one big pyroblast off. Excellent. The reason why I also haven't been spending any money is because for the moment, I really want to make sure that... Alright, Cloud Serpent, Prowlers... Okay. It's for the moment, I want to make sure that we can go tier 4 here, because that's... It really looks like, for now, the biggest threat that we're going to have to deal with are the Night Elves. And now that we have it, I'm going to be saving up until about... Because I want 3,000. That way I can go tier 4, and a hero right into this big blob. Okay, so he's also tier 4 here. Alright, so this is gonna have to be a tier 2 spell to deal with one of these sides. Because... fundamentally it means we're going to be getting a huge push here and a huge push there, and it's going to be consistent pushes because it's tier 4.
Research complete.
Now let's quickly check how everyone's doing in terms of research. Alright, and then in terms of gold per minute. Alright, so gold per minute's all pretty much dead even. Which is good because that provides a more interesting game. I'm trying to think what I want to prioritize here. Think I'll probably... Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to... We're gonna have to do something a little bit wild here, but let's go for it. Because it looks like we'll have 4,000. And a horrible spawn there, but a nice spawn here. We'll already be building. Come on, let them get a little closer here. Burning pitch, baby. Got to get some meat on the field to defend ourselves, and our dear sweet other hero has decided to go the other way. But here, we'll throw our special unit out, and we've lost our barracks. Okay, it's not good, but we do have 2 heroes down there, so 7, 6, 5, 4. Come on. We just need to hold on until we get that extra spawn in. It looks like we're holding this. Alright, so Skeliox. Well, we've got a hell of a push going into Naga, but just not the people that we have feared all game, and we've lost our right barracks as well. Okay, I probably could have juggled that aggro a little bit better, but that was just a really, really unfortunate double team. I wouldn't say we're out of the game yet. We've definitely taken some hits, but this isn't over. Alright, we're gonna get advanced shamanism. Okay, I was like, please don't tell me that my tier 3, that my special unit has also bugged out. Please don't tell me that. Now, the only glaring problem right now is that we do not have any heroes available to defend our base. He will die, and then we'll immediately be able to spawn him again. What else can we be getting that's more defensive that can help us out here? Probably Neurotoxin. Good, that's all doing well. Sezikox. Nice. So there's still 6 and 6, and how are we doing? 6 and 5. It's acceptable. Not great, but acceptable. Might want to start looking into the ultimate weapon. Yeah, the problem is we also weren't able to thin this massive stack as much as I would have liked. Oh, good. They all... Oh, good. Well, 3 of them showed up. That's all we need. Alright, so... We're going to be going... this way. So hopefully I'll be able to snipe one of his buildings with the ultimate weapon. Because if I can snipe this side, then all of a sudden there's a lot less pressure on me. If my heroes would stop bugging, that would be so great. Because is his building has healed too much? Okay, not fully sure what we can 100% do right now. But there are definitely venues that we could take to help influence this game a little bit more. Luckily, we're holding. We just have to get everything to tier 7 first before you can really start picking all the super weapons we enjoy. This is level 17. Luckily, there's going to be another big push there. But see, these wards, that's one of the reasons why I went advanced shamanism so quickly, is because we just get these extra little turrets, essentially. Let's get some more evasion. Should probably go tier 4 here. Yeah, now that we've got a little bit of a pushback going, we can go tier 4. Just have that there and ready. If we can destroy this side, we've got a fighting chance. Okay, great. He tier 2 at the wrong moment because it didn't kill all of my units. Good, oh, Gurlash, baby. I thought you were going to help me out, man. I thought you were going to be heading away, but we're still, for some reason, fully focusing the barracks. I'm okay with it. I'm just confused. Are we still just straight up attacking the barracks? Yep. Oh, no. We just got it down to right before one hit. And ignored it. Oh, perfect. We got it. Okay, so that's this flank secured. So we'll do all three of these, just knock them out, because we're holding well enough here. If we can knock out this top barracks with the ultimate weapon, then I'm not saying we're back in the game, but we've increased our chances of survival tenfold. Because the Night Elves, the pathing isn't going through me, it's going this way. So the pit champions died, so now we have another champion, we have another hero that we can use to help defend ourselves. That's the first of 3 done. Remember, we just need to get it down to around 3,000 health, and then once it's at 3,000 health, then we can knock it out. Gurlash is going to be a huge problem. Luckily, we still have both turrets and neurotoxin. So we're going to be able to do a fair amount there. The only big danger that we have, I think, right now is if middle dies down again, then we're going to be up against this big Naga push. So the Temple Council has died. Not great. And Tyrande just put in some real work against us. Yeah, we did not get nearly the amount of damage we needed to get done there. Alright, and then there's going to be Athissa and Gurlash coming up, but they're going to be coming up basically by themselves. Now, if he could just break this line, that would be brilliant. Okay, so we got those researches done. Probably neurotoxin. Because we've got the Temple Council ready and waiting in the wings. That's why I haven't been spending a lot of gold, is because I want to be able to basically just drop heroes at will. We will be throwing out the Temple Council this way, though. Because while Gurlash and Athissa are really an unpleasant combo, Gurlash is already at a relatively low enough amount of health that I feel comfortable probably just throwing out the pit champion against them or something like that. Now we're just going to have to make it past this little push here. Luckily, we're going to have a great spawn. Double great spawn, actually. Yep. Great, and then we can send the special unit down this way. He's already doing wonderful amounts of work for us. It's gonna be him versus Tyrande, but luckily that double spawn really helped us out. Alright, our town's gonna be under attack for a lot of the game, my dude. So I don't know if the announcers have noticed, things are a little tense. I don't want to check this. Okay, good. So they're pushing off. They're getting pushed off. Good, good, good. Oh, Nimnok. Oh, buddy. It's really not what I was looking to you for. If we could just get some DPS on Gurlash. Just get some DPS on Gurlash, baby. That's all we need. Oh, there's a lot of stuff we need, but this would be one of the big ones. Alright, Tiny is there. Good, so that means he cannot be used against us. I didn't want to, but I'm gonna have to send out Vardron. Nimnok. The Enlightened. Okay, good. Nimnok has turned around. We're gonna be able to kill Gurlash. Good. So Gurlash is down. That also means he's going to be able to throw it against him. Hopefully... Oh, buddy, I think you got a tier 2 here. We're okay here. We're still doing well. Well, not... Well is a bit of a generous term, but we're still doing all right. Good. And actually, good. I'm glad Nimnok is going down that way, because he can help tie things up here a little bit more. And we're getting close to getting our ex-champion back. We got a good little push here. And we have the Enlightened rolling down this way. So while, of course, we're not going to be building up a huge wave, he's still going to have a special unit knocking on his door. I will be also getting Supreme... is it barricades? Yeah. Just so we can keep that thing going. So, okay. So he has finally pushed off. So he is finally pushed off. And we are also pushing well here. The only concern is also going to have to be... Okay. He's got a really nice push going this way. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? We've accidentally pulled Tiny up towards us. That may kill us. That may be it. Yeah, he's fully in our zone right now. Okay. Not good. Not the end of the world, but not good. Improved Arcanite tips. We also have to remember that we want to keep the money. So we can actually throw heroes out. But... Okay, so Valdron is showing up right in time to deal with his welcoming committee. Love it. But he's got a big old push going this way. $4,000 gold.
In the name of Scenarios.
Alright, so there's Tyrande. It's going to be helpful, but I don't... She's not going to win him this fight. Nimnok has fallen. Yeah, and we've just got Tiny charging up. Yeah, I mean, he just... Well, Gurlash is still looking pretty good. And he still has some healthy units coming through. Okay, well, the good news is it looks like this is kind of fizzled out. We're really pushing here, which is also not a bad thing. It looks like he will be able to take out... I mean, it's so up in the air right now. Because the thing is, if I can, I would only like to use it once, my ultimate weapon. I don't want to use it multiple times. Luckily, Tiny's getting slowly but surely whittled away. Fortunately, he has stopped pretty much my entire flow of reinforcements to the middle. I guess we'll get some more Killing Spree and Rallying Cry. Yeah, but he held the bottom. Against all odds, he fully held it. Bloodsting, I mean, he knows what he's doing. He definitely knows what he's doing. There's a big push coming up mid, which I do not like, because they will be coming fully after me. Oh, Girlash, baby, you got this. Oh, the aggro just petered out. Then another minute, and then we'll be able to drop it again. But I do not think it'll be enough. 300, 175, yeah. Actually, if I'm able to knock out his top barracks, that might be all I need. Because this is, fundamentally for us, the game is over. Unless these two really just destroy each other. But, you know, Tiny's pulled off some crazy stuff in the past, but that might be even too much for our dear sweet man. I want to be able to take out this one. Then that'll destroy his top air. Oh!
My hero has been killed.
He got me good. He got me good. Oh, come on now. And what can we do here? Okay, so we actually have a bunch of heroes ready, almost ready and waiting in the wings. But unfortunately, there's nothing we're going to be able to do to stop that tower from going down. We can do a little damage. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so they'll be able to hold them off. We're going to be buying a magic rune. So at the very least, we have another tier 2, because at the very least, I don't want him. I want to kill these guys. That's my goal right now. That's my goal. Send him out. Get the trackers. Get the shaman. Hunters, good. Gotta burn it, baby, burn it. But that clutch heal from Furion really screwed up my day. But the good news is, apart from Nesgentis, the Naga assault was blunted. We're actually holding. We're holding. We're probably not going to be able to fully hold it, but I can get the Temple Council out again. So that increases our life expectancy for a little longer. Sezacox is holding the line as best he can, but unless we can get to that Furion, and that's at level 20 Furion, that's a big Furion, there's not much we can do about that. Unfortunately, we can no longer use tower upgrades, but that's as good as it's going to get. And frankly, I feel like I got a lot of the ones that I really wanted and kind of needed to get done. Like, the evasion was maxed out, the poison was maxed out. The Enlightened's going to be holding for a little bit. And we're about to get a double spawn. Hopefully that'll be able to stop some of the aggro here. Yes, it did. Perfect. That might be all we need to survive this wave. Then we can get Nemiok out. Nimnok? Good lord. Nimnok. I mean, we're not going to go down without a fight. I refuse. I refuse to go down without a fight. He's getting hit with a lot of stuff. But it looks like they've stopped focusing my building, my fortress. Tiny and Gerlash are at it again. Yep, well, there goes my fortress. I thought, I was so hoping that we'd be able to hold on long enough. The good news is, it looks like the Enlightened is going to be heading over towards the Night Elves. So that's going to buy us a little bit of time here. But Tiny is just so beefy. Nimnok, come on. Come on, Nimnok. But they didn't follow, and now they're going to go mid. We've got one more hero that we can use to kind of play this out. Then it is going to be interesting to see who wins. Frankly, it looks like he has become too powerful, and I'm wondering when the ultimate weapons are going to start firing off. He can't afford any ultimate weapons. And he, we know, is the mana shield. And I think when it comes to just a war of attrition, I think the Night Elves may have this. Especially since he has 3 barracks, because once I'm gone, there's going to be a constant stream of Night Elves coming in. Alright. So we're getting hit pretty hard here. Our Enlightened's in the middle, and luckily that means we're not going to be getting any direct shots from the Naga. So that'll extend our life a little bit longer. But yeah, honestly, I thought we were doing very, very well, but it was just that sneak attack from the Naga that just crushed through. And the fact that it was almost perfectly timed with the Night Elves. I just didn't have the resources to handle it. Yeah, and that's such a beefy push with Furion. Furion in it as well. I mean, I don't know how, but we're still holding. Level 27 Tyranda's gonna change my attitude about that, though. 27, good lord.
Our town is under attack.
there it is. We're doing... So we have officially been knocked out, but I'm very interested to see. I mean, I don't... Yeah, he has a tier 2 there, but... I don't know if that's gonna help. And just look at all of these ancient treants. I mean, he does have Gurlash coming back out. But to me, this is the game changer, is just the fact that now he's opened up this wave, and the fact that Vash just betrayed you. Straight up just betrayed him. Yeah, and he did use the tier 2. Did he use the tier 2? He definitely used the tier 2. But once again, I don't... Oh. If he starts picking off towers. Yeah. And Furian's heal is truly the thing of gods. That's a... This'll be the death stack. That'll be GG. Because I legitimately do not know. Especially since Gurlash is already out here, since Tiny's already knocking on their door, and you've got Tyrande coming in. That's it. I mean, I really... Unless he has... Oh no, because he's got Vash and a Thissa and a Gentis, all three in the middle. Yeah, that's it.
My blade.
Yeah, I mean, he still has 3 barracks up. I mean, but that's also just part of it. The aggro just messed up, and now here comes the death stack cruising through. Yeah. He did take out Furion though, but unfortunately that means he's just gonna wipe out this attack. If he's able to get a few heroes in here, he might be able to do something. I mean, that's Gentis is already there. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah, so there goes the fortress, and there's another big blob coming through. And Gurlash... Oh, no salt. Let's not get... I understand the salt, but, you know. He played well. I mean, I think we all played quite well. For me, you know, I'm still a little rusty. I definitely need to get back into it. But it all seemed... It was all decent. No one played like crap. The only person that really got boned were the poor orcs right at the beginning. And, oh, and... And before the comments start rolling in, the reason why I didn't pick Mana Shield is because I thought for sure if we were able to knock this guy out, we would have been okay. That's honestly my belief, is that if we were able to do it, I think we were getting enough traction in the middle to really start pushing through and really have our bonuses start helping us out. But unfortunately, that was not the case. Congratulations to Bloodsting. For a very good game. And this is Sergeant Neutral. I hope you enjoyed the video. I am back. The next time I need to go to the army is in late April, so you'll be seeing a fair amount of me. The channel is not dead. It just went through a bit of a rough time, but we're back. Thank you guys so very much for watching.
Off I go
And this
then.
is Sergeant Neutral, signing out.